Early in the morning on February 1st, the banquet room of the Austin Marriott South fills with anticipation for the USA Football Signing Day breakfast. It is a day circled on the calendar of all hopeful players, the chance to decide where they will play next.
I hope that you definitely pause to reflect on this moment. I mean, the fact that you've earned this, you need to pause and reflect on this opportunity, this setting, this room. This is an incredibly special moment. And the opportunity to be here today, to take that next big leap, as he said, the start of your next chapter in your lives, is very, very special.
But in a quiet room down the hall, it is a fax machine that brings to completion a dance that began months ago. More than 50 players from the game signed their letters of intent at the largest event of its kind in the nation.
This is everything I ever hoped for. You know, ever since I was a kid, you know, looking at the older guys, Rivals.com, Scott.com, the top-ranked players, you know, it feels good to be one of the players to say that you're top, you're number one. So, I mean, it feels good.
It was awesome, man. I'm telling everybody congratulations, and I'm kind of excited. I'm waiting for me to sign.
The media crush is inevitable. It is a step that every great college player once took, and the significance of such is evident on the faces of all involved.
The recruiting process culminates for close to 50 of the top players throughout the country on this National Signing Day in Arlington, Texas, inside AT&T Stadium, as USA Football and its U.S. national team sees close to 50 young men sign on the dotted line, making commitments for their college futures. Hello everyone, Lincoln Rose again inside AT&T Stadium as USA Football in the midst of International Bowl Week, gearing up for the U19 matchup against Canada this upcoming weekend. But there are close to 50 youngsters getting prepared for their future, the next step in their college careers. Let's not waste any time, as again, this signing has already begun. It's been underway all day long. Let's introduce you to our first signees heading into college, determining their futures playing football on the gridiron.
My name is Jalen Guyton. I play wide receiver. I'm going to the University of Notre Dame. My biggest attribute, I say I bring size, speed. I'm pretty much down to just, do whatever I can to help the team. But the game of football is, it's like a release. It's kind of somewhere I can go to just clear the head and get away from just everything else that's going on.
I'm Ronnie Frick. I play running back, and I'm going to West Point. I chose West Point because of the whole military aspect of it and the Ivy League education. My greatest strength is my versatility, just because I can line up anywhere on the field. I play running back, I play slot receiver, and I play outside receiver. My goal is to beat Navy and just get a great education and be successful on the field.
So Ronnie Frick headed to West Point to join the Army. Meanwhile, Jalen Guyton going up to Notre Dame. Let's start with Ronnie. And, well, first of all, we talk about each year how it's special to get to wear the 3 letters across your chest, USA, but you actually get to make that commitment to the Army for your next 4 years of playing football. What's this process been like for you, and what is that added meaning for you, getting to represent your country in these 2 ways?
It just means a lot because I come from a military background family. My cousin went to the Naval Academy, and a close, very good friend of ours is a lieutenant commander of the SEAL Team 8. So it's very proud for my family that I'm here and I get to represent the U.S.
Your high school coach is Steve Specht. He's been on the board of USA Football. When was the first time he exposed you to the opportunity to represent your country first in the red, white, and blue with USA Football?
He asked me about it about 2 weeks ago because there was a dropout in the game. So I'm just very thankful to be here.
Jalen, we talk about wide receivers. We talk about Notre Dame. Tim Brown certainly comes to mind. What has your connection with him been like? How's that motivated you and helped you make your decision?
Well, first, the connection with Tim Brown. I mean, obviously know a lot about him just going to Notre Dame. He's got a great legacy there, and I've been trying to plan to meet him sometime. I've heard that he's trying to meet me too, and that kind of makes me happy. So hopefully we can solidify that contact.
Now, you are just from down the road in Allen, Texas. Can you remember the last time you lost a football game?
I lost one my sophomore year on JV.
Back in JV, the varsity team, 3-time state champions, haven't lost since September. Kyler Murray's been tossing you to the football. I know you look forward to meeting your new quarterback up there in South Bend. Best of luck to both of you, Jalen, before we go. The spectacle here, is this what you expected this morning? It's been pretty entertaining thus far.
Yeah, I mean, it's great what USA football does here for all the athletes, because signing day, it's a big step just for anybody going to college, in any sport. USA football does a great job of just kind of getting everybody's family here and showing appreciation to everybody.
Army, Notre Dame, both getting great additions to their programs as of this morning. It is official. Our coverage continues as congratulations, gentlemen. We'll now shift our attention over towards Big Ten country with 2 more signees.
I'm Jay Cooper. I play inside linebacker, and I'm committed to Penn State. I would say I am a tenacious player. I have a knack for the ball. I'm smart. I've learned the game very well. I chose Penn State because it's close to home. Academically, their statistics speak for itself, and the football program is on the rise. Coach Franklin is doing big things there, and I wanted to be a part of it.
Trevor Morris, outside linebacker, committed to Rutgers University. It's like a family up there. I mean, life beyond Rutgers. I mean, they set you up for success. And the family, once you get up there, man, it's like a true brotherhood, and that's what I look for. Academics is out of this world, athletics is out of this world, and it's one of those places where you turn in from a boy to a man. I love the coaching staff, man. Like, I could tell they really want to see me succeed. They treat me as if I was their own son. I mean, when I went up there for my official, it was just like love at first sight. I'm real athletic and fast, and I'm an animal, man. And once that helmet comes on, it's a dogfight, and I'm trying to win that. I love football at the end of the day, man.
Jake Cooper and Trevor Morris, a couple guys from PA, including one who's staying close to home to play for the Nittany Lions. Of course, they went through the transition. Coach Franklin comes on last year, and almost immediately you are on board now for close to a year. What's this past year been like, and how excited are you to join Coach Franklin up there?
This past year has been truly astonishing. To be able to go to a college that I've been so high on throughout my whole entire life is truly remarkable. When Penn State first offered me, I was, in awe. That's the school that I've been wanting to go to since I was a little kid. Linebacker U has a great tradition. I play linebacker. It doesn't get much better than that. It's 3 hours away. It's close to home. If my parents and relatives want to get up to a game, it makes it easy for them. If need be, if I need to go home and take some time to just relax, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump. So.
By last count, he took 5 visits to Penn State, was that excited, and pretty soon he'll get to call it home. Should rank right up there with your couple state championships in state. Meanwhile, a guy who is escaping the state borders over there at Rutgers, Trevor, your head coach Aaron Brady actually played the position at Rutgers linebacker. How has he been able to help you with this transition?
I mean, he's helped me a lot. He's been there for me like a father figure a little bit. On the field it's strictly business, but once we're off the field, man, we definitely communicate a lot about Rutgers. He's telling me all the little secrets, everything, and he's been a great influence on me on and off the field.
Jake and Trevor, like everybody else we'll be speaking to today, wearing their uniforms that they'll be wearing this Saturday as they represent the U.S. national team as the U-19 squad looks to pick up yet another victory over Canada. The United States is the defending world champions after prevailing over in Kuwait. What's this experience been like? You all arrive earlier this week. You get to know your new teammates for now this week. It's a very quick bonding process.
Of course. The experience is awesome. Getting to know different players from all over the country is such a neat experience, and you get to see different styles of play, and you're playing with guys that are at that elite level, which is an awesome experience, and just to be able to bond with these guys for a week and play the game that we all love is truly amazing.
Trevor, what are you looking forward to the most on Saturday?
Oh man, I'm just to play with my brothers, man. Like, I really love these guys, man. Like, I only known them for 2 days, 3 days now, but I feel like I've known them forever. Like Jake said, we created a real nice bond, and I'm ready to ball out with them on Saturday.
Two of the newest names to get to know in the Big Ten. That's not it. The Big Ten has quite a haul among the U19 squad as we introduce you to the next batch.
My name is David Mormon. I'm an offensive lineman. I'm committed to play football at the University of Wisconsin. I chose Wisconsin because of the great offensive lineman tradition. They're known for putting some of the best offensive linemen in the NFL and for having great academics, great coaching staff. And I think I'm really excited to be part of that next great tradition. I describe myself as a pretty aggressive player. My favorite thing to do is just fire off the ball and just run guys over. So I'm really excited to do that at Madison next year.
My name is Jacob Robinson. I'm a defensive end, and I'm going to attend Indiana University. What excites me the most about going to IU is it's really close to home. I have a great group of guys, and the 20 commits that we have right now, we're really close and ready to make an impact right away. So as a player, I describe myself as relentless. I don't take any plays off. I take pride in going 110% every single play and giving it my all the time. The signing day is a big day for me. It's a lifelong goal is finally achieved, and now it's the next page in the next book and the next chapter of my life, and I got a bunch of goals set, and I'm going to try and achieve them. Shout out to the Crimson Army 15 and go Hoosiers.
My name is Colton Beebe, linebacker, and I'm committed to play football at the University of Minnesota. My high school career, some of the biggest moments I have were probably sophomore year when we made the farthest run we've ever made in our school history, which was the semifinal game. And in my senior year, we did the same thing, and it's a really special feeling. And signing your name on that dotted line means really special to me.
And Jacob, David, and Colton join us now. After moments ago, they are up on the big stage behind us. By the way, radio voice of the Dallas Cowboys, Brad Sham is the MC. Just one of the many perks of being a part of this National Signing Day breakfast. But let's start. Jacob, Indiana, what have you been told about your future on that defensive side? Will you be with a hand down on the line, or you think you'll be playing in that second level as a linebacker?
Right now it's kind of dependent on how my body fills out. I think I still have some room to grow, and if I can maintain my speed now, I think I have an opportunity to play with my hand up and on my feet rather than the hand down. But if that fails, then I go down with my hand in the dirt and I'll be a 5 tech.
It is scary to think that these young men are being told that they need to grow just sitting up here shoulder to shoulder representing the United States this upcoming Saturday. David, you sign on with Wisconsin. You make a commitment to them. Next thing you know, the head coach you had been working with, Coach Anderson, goes to Oregon State. That means everybody across the country thinks that you're open game, that they can send you some additional offers. But what was it about Wisconsin that made you decide this is where I'm staying, this is what I'm going to call home?
Just the people, University of Wisconsin is great. They're really supportive through the entire process. They've always been there for me ever since I committed. I feel like family. The campus is beautiful. The school is, great academics, great fans, and the new coaching staff is pretty awesome too. And Coach Alvarez, the athletic director, you can always trust in him. He's a great guy. So I complete trust in him the whole time. A couple schools came, try coming for me, but at the end of the day, Wisconsin's home for me, so I'm really excited to be a part of that.
What was it like to see a couple curtain calls from Coach Alvarez in the past few bowl games?
It was really cool. Just to see him come back and coach the guys. I know they were all really excited. I talked to Michael Dieter, who's going to be probably one of the starting offensive linemen next year, and he was really excited. And he did a great job this year. We beat Auburn, which is pretty huge for us, and also the Big Ten in general. So I was really excited about that.
Colton, you'll be a linebacker for the United States this weekend. Any idea what the plans are for you, offense, defense, heading into your Gopher career?
It's kind of up in the air right now. They either have full fullback, tight end, or on the defensive line somewhere. Basically, just like him, depending on what my body does, depending on how I gain, what happens, they'll decide they want to get there.
His dad played at Pitt State along with Jerry Kill. What can you share with us? What was that relationship like, and how did that maybe ease the process transitioning to the Gophers?
Well, there's some of the stuff I heard that I probably can't say on TV, but it's a great experience. To be able to be coached by somebody that your dad was coached by. My dad knew him, so we talked to him quite a bit. He's a really good guy.
It's all smiles today, but once they actually have Big Ten Conference victories on the line, I have a feeling that we'll have a few more game faces on these three. Guys, congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, the Big Ten continues its haul. Let's introduce you to, again, the future of the conference.
Quarterback committed to the University of Iowa. I'm dual threat, balanced between both pass and run. My greatest strength is, I'd say, is I'm a competitor. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I hate to lose. I don't like losing. It's the worst part of the entire game. Go Hawks. Hashtag Into the Black. Hashtag Talons Up.
Ryan Boyle now joins us. We go one-on-one with the quarterback who has a couple state championships in his home state of Iowa. Compare that in your career now. Two-time state champion. What's that like with signing on the dotted line with the Hawkeyes?
I mean, winning 2 state championships back-to-back was an outstanding feeling. But, I mean, from that hard work in those 2 years and the entire high school career and everything before that, I mean, all that hard work pays off now to sign on that dotted line and to finally say I'm a Hawkeye.
There are a lot of Big Ten guys that we are introducing here today on National Signing Day. They're your teammates for this week, but quite a few of them are going to have you in their sights. What kind of relationships and maybe what kind of campaigning have you done with them to maybe go a little easy if they're ever on your blind side?
Yeah, I mean, these guys that are playing, I mean, they're amazing athletes in what they do, and I'm glad they're on my team when we're playing against Canada. And in the next few years when we play against them, I'll know them, and I mean, if they tackle me or they're on the other side of the ball, whether it be on offense or defense, I mean, I know that they're outstanding athletes, and I just look forward to playing against them.
It seems like an obvious choice for a lot of people to play for that home state team, in-state team, if they get the offer. What was the biggest debate in your mind on where you were going to go play?
I mean, deciding, I know I had a bunch of camps to go to and everything, and I had that Iowa offer, and I've been a Hawkeye as long as I can remember, and I mean, to be an in-state kid like you said and get an Iowa offer, I mean, it's a dream come true.
Well, Ryan, congratulations. We wish you the best of luck on Saturday as well as in your future the next 4 years.
Thank you very much.
All right, Big Ten finally wrapped up. It's time to move on to the ACC with some great talent on the horizon.
Grant Newsom, offensive tackle, committed to the University of Michigan. It's very exciting to have Coach Harbaugh taking over as head coach. He's won everywhere he's been. He was a great coach, great person. So definitely looking forward to getting on campus and getting to work with him. Like I say, I'm pretty athletic as a tackle. Like to be able to get out to a wide 9 defensive end and work up the field at the second level.
Tyson Smith, defensive back, and committed to Michigan State. Their last few defensive backs have been big-name people. So that just means I have to come and be ready to compete and play against the best of the best. Go Green.
Well, of course, you see those commitments. I jumped the gun. We are still in Big Ten country, and not just that, but within the state of Michigan, as Tyson Smith and Grant Newsom join us now. Tyson, a top cornerback, going to play for the Spartans. Tyson, compared to most accomplished cornerbacks as good as he is comparatively fairly quiet, but were you able to stay quiet when you saw Michigan State play right here and pick up that victory in the bowl game and that comeback performance?
I mean, it was an exciting moment because everybody watched the game, and we all know what happened. They were kind of down at first, but I still just watched the game, just enjoyed watching it, and they turned around. They won, which was exciting for everybody.
That was a defense that shut down Baylor in that fourth and final quarter, scores 21 points unanswered in that final frame. What's it going to be like for you to suit up and play on the home of the Dallas Cowboys and also the same site that the Spartans were able to pick up that win?
I mean, it's going to be great. It's going to be a good experience. This should be fun.
Meanwhile, we talk about Michigan, the great rivalry. It feels like everybody Michigan plays is a rival. Coach Harbaugh comes on during the midst of your recruitment process. Did that solidify and strengthen your decision?
I mean, I think it was nice to kind of have conclusion to the whole kind of process. You know, from the day Coach Hoke was fired to it was about a month until Coach Harbaugh was announced. So it was kind of really a roller coaster of emotions, a roller coaster process. So during that month of seeing who they were going to hire and all the speculation, so it was nice to kind of have some closure in that respect, and also have Coach Harbaugh, who's one of the best.
You've got family here with you, as is the case for most of our players making the trip down here. This is really about family today. As you heard Charlotte Jones, the daughter of Jerry Jones, with an impressive speech really reminding you where you all came from, who's made it possible. You look back, who are some folks that have helped bring you to where you are?
I mean, I think definitely to start off my family. I couldn't have done any of this without my mom and dad, my two brothers, and then beyond that, my teachers, my coaches, my teammates. There's just so many people I can't even name the amount of people I need to thank for this, because without all of them, none of this would have been possible.
Well, again, congratulations to you guys. Yet another example how Michigan State, they can come together and wear the red, white, and blue as teammates this upcoming Saturday before they start squaring off for the next 4 years. Guys, again, best of luck in your future. We look forward to seeing you all in the International Bowl competition on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that will put the punctuation on the Big Ten commitments. As promised, we now will move on to the ACC, which has quite a haul of its own.
My name is Ben Glines. I play wide receiver, and I'm committed to Boston College. I chose Boston College because there's a great pipeline between my high school and BC. Aside from the great football that Coach Adazio has brought up there, the educational standpoint is phenomenal. As a player, I'm very emotional. I play with emotion. I get fired up. I'll get in people's faces. At the end of the day, I love to win, and that's what it's about.
Hayden Mahoney, offensive line, University of Miami. I chose the University of Miami because of the great athletics, great academics, and the great tradition of winning. I think I'm a very athletic lineman, aggressive and nasty on the field, but also a sweetheart off the field, so I'm a nice guy. Bring it every day, that competitive edge to compete with my teammates, and also win ACC titles and compete for national titles.
Bar Milo, left tackle at the University of Miami. As a player, I think I'm really aggressive, try to go through the whistle. I really take pride in my position as a protector of the quarterback and to open up holes for the running back. It's a position that you have to know that you're not going to get much spotlight, but I just love the game, and it gives me everything I could ever want.
And now up on center stage, we do have Ben, Barr, as well as Hayden. You see a couple of the guys who are going to go play for the U. Let's first start elsewhere in conference, a young man who's going to make the move over to Boston. You leave state, but how much easier is that made because your high school, St. Xavier, has started to develop a pipeline?
I mean, it's made it very easy for me personally to travel up there and play for Coach Adazio. There's a couple St. X guys up there right now, actually, and it's a huge family up there, so I don't think going up 13 hours away is going to be a problem.
A high school wide receiver, where have the coaches told you fit into their plans in the future?
As of right now, I think I'll be playing in the slot, so I think that's where I'm going to fit in.
Meanwhile, we've got a couple of big bodies, a couple of offensive linemen who are headed down towards South Beach and Coral Gables. And Barr, first of all, you win a state championship a couple of years ago. What was the name of the quarterback on that team?
Brad Kaya.
And what's the name of the quarterback for the University of Miami?
Also Brad Kaya.
What's your connection been with him since he's been on campus? How often have y'all stayed in touch?
We usually contact each other mostly after his games. I tell him what I thought of the game. Brad always put up a great performance. During the week, he was usually really busy preparing for the game, also taking care of his academics, being that he's a really good student. I try to contact him as much as possible. He made sure to text me after the commitment. He was actually the first person to know about my commitment, so that was something about it. And then he also just doing great things over there.
And Hayden on the end, also yet another 6'6" offensive lineman committed to Miami. What's this week been like, you two? Did y'all have a pre-existing relationship knowing one another before this week?
Yeah, we were both on the World Nashville Championship team in Kuwait. We were roomed together there. We're actually roomed together right now. So, yeah, it's cool. It's been with each other for a while, and we're ready to spend the next couple years together.
Have you made roommate plans for next year?
We're trying. I talked to Coach Gold about that one, but nothing's set in stone yet.
What was the biggest deciding factor for you in choosing Miami?
Definitely Coach Gold and the coaches and the players around. My brother went through this before, and he said, the coaches and the players are basically we have to look at, and obviously the great academics and tradition of winning and stuff. So yeah, we're going to bring it back, and we're ready to get there. We're excited to get there.
Well, guys, again, congratulations. You've got one more game to play in your high school careers representing the United States this Saturday before you all move on to the ACC. Best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The ACC continues to get loaded when we come back with more talent out of this class from USA national team, as we will introduce you to yet more of the bright future over there on the coast.
My name is Deontay Austin. I play cornerback, and I'm attending Wake Forest University. The type of player I am, I'm fast. I wouldn't say physical a little bit, but I'm fast. I play fast.
My name is Paris Black. I play defensive end, and I'm going to school at Wake Forest University. My playing style is physical, in your face, hard-nosed. I want to be great.
My name is Zach Baker. I play offensive line, and I'm going to Duke University. I chose Duke because of the amazing coaches and the outstanding academics. I would describe myself as an intelligent physical football player. Offensive lines win the game in football, and it comes down to how bad the big guys up front want it.
So 3 guys headed to the state of North Carolina, but do not call them Tar Heels, as we've got a Blue Devil as well as 2 Demon Deacs. And we first start off with the Duke commitment offensive lineman up there. Zach, what was the deciding factor for you and your choice?
The education and the coaches. The education and the coaches, definitely.
Hey guys, we talked about you're going to have a couple of men you're up against. What's it been like being teammates with future rivals?
It's been good. I mean, we talk and we joke around, but no, it's good. We're excited to compete and play as a team this Saturday.
Deontay in between right now, talented cornerback for the United States. Wake just graduated 2 of their top corners. What's your understanding of how soon you might be able to suit up and get in there?
Coaches said that I have a good opportunity, but it's all up to me as whether I want it or not. When I go there and I go down there, if I work hard, put myself in position to in order to do it, It's a great feeling, though.
Paris, you're the one guy who's actually staying in-state within North Carolina borders, headed to Wake. You told me yesterday when we talked back at the team hotel, it was about the people. Can you elaborate on that?
The people, man, it's just a welcoming feeling every time you walk in the building, every time you get on campus. The people, they were a big factor in me committing to Wake Forest.
Let me take one by one through each of y'all. What's been the biggest highlights so far of this week being here in Arlington, part of the process?
Definitely signing day today has been the highlight of it. It's been great.
I would definitely have to go with signing day. It's a big thing.
For me, signing day was one, but also being with my bros, man, getting a chance to be with the teammates, man, that's a great feeling.
Teammates already looking out for one another. Again, they'll be in competition together on Saturday against Canada. Guys, congratulations. Best of luck back in North Carolina with Duke as well as Wake Forest. They're getting some great ones.
Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we wrap up the ACC, but our coverage continues here at National Signing Day Breakfast inside AT&T Stadium as we introduce you to more of this year's national team.
My name is Drake Greenlaw, and I play safety, and I'll be going to the Arkansas Razorbacks. The reason why I chose Arkansas is because it's hometown, just to be able to play in front of my family, and plus it's in the SEC, you know, the crowd is ridiculous. My biggest attribute is just my athleticism. You know, I can play either safety, linebacker, wide receiver, or quarterbacks. The game of football for me is the love of the game. You know, you gotta have love for the game, and to be able to go out every day and practice and, you know, work hard, you gotta absolutely love it.
My name's AJ Turner. I'm a running back. I'm from Centerville, Virginia, and I'll be attending South Carolina. I chose South Carolina because I feel like it was a place for me. It's such a family atmosphere place, and then also the fact that they're graduating like 3 backs and how I get like an early chance to be able to play as a freshman. I feel like my greatest strength is speed, but also power. Like I have a good balance of both. I'm not just more one than the other. Such a great opportunity. Like Steve Spurrier stopped by my house last week, just talked to me and my parents, and just meeting him, just knowing that he's a really famous guy, the old ball coach. It's just facts that he knows what he's doing in the game.
Rashad Fane, University of South Carolina. It's quite exciting, you know, big fan base, you know, gets a lot of attention, so, you know, there's a lot of people watching you, so you have to step up to the challenge. As a player, I think I'm explosive, you know, I can make plays, you know, help the team out as much as possible.
Dre, AJ, and Rashad now join us here after signing their letters of intent a little bit earlier today. And, well, Dre, you're one of quite a few locals who are choosing to stay in-state borders play for Coach Bielema, as you are going to stay right in your hometown of Fayetteville. Was that an easy choice for you?
It actually wasn't an easy choice. My dad, he's actually the line coach at A-State, so I was committed to them before. But, you know, I just kind of thought about it and, you know, thought about what was best for me. And, you know, being, you know, so close to Arkansas, and that's just been my dream school. I just felt best that it was, you know, going to Arkansas is the best decision.
You're in SEC country. We've got a couple of individuals who will be playing over in South Carolina. AJ, you made your commitment as one of the top running backs, actually on the campus of Nike up there in Oregon at the opening. What was that whole experience like?
It was just a great experience, being able to compete with the best people in the nation, play with them, against them. It was just an awesome experience, like going to a different country, different side of the country actually, and just competing and just having fun. You know, it was about football, but it was more about like building relationships and getting that new experience. So
we forget a lot of these young men have not done a lot of traveling, but football has allowed them and facilitated opportunities. Obviously, that includes Saturdays on game days when you all will be traveling throughout the Southeast. Obviously, all 3 of you have signed with national programs that will be traveling around the country and representing the SEC in various bowl games. Rashad, meanwhile, you took your time to weigh all the pros and cons. What finally got things tilted in favor of playing for Coach Spurrier?
You know, I just need to, you know, make sure everything at South Carolina. You know, I waited to the last day to really decide which schools I was going to. It was out of Florida,
Louisville or South Carolina. So, you know, it was the SEC is where I was kind of basing my, you know, decision on, and I felt like that was the best school for me, and that's where I would have the most opportunities.
Have you heard from the coaching staff over there now that you've confirmed things?
Yes, we called. You know, it was a kind of enjoyment. We were all happy, you know, celebrating it. So I think it was the right decision for me.
Waking up early this morning, team hotel, everybody on their cell phones. They were either talking to family, to the college coaches, or they were talking to their own high school coaches. How much has the support at your high school from that coaching staff, the one that you now transitioned from, how much have they played a role in preparing you for the next level?
They've played a major role. You know, we got a great coaching staff at Fayetteville High School, and we feel like they're one of the best coaching staff in the state of Arkansas. So with just them being able to give us some of their experience and sharing it with us, it just prepares us for the SEC.
AJ, you showed up in Arlington not knowing if there would be another Gamecock up here on this final day. What's it like now that you've got some strength in numbers?
I mean, it's just great. Like, I met him the official visit, so we kind of already knew each other before this. But knowing that he's a Gamecock now, you know, just gotta welcome him to the family and just be grateful that he's signing there. Just can't wait that we're gonna do big things next year.
Dre, AJ, Rashad, congratulations and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our coverage continues here on National Signing Day as high school seniors make their commitments official. We'll introduce you to the next bunch. Take a look.
My name is Xavier Coleman. I play inside linebacker, and I'm going to Butler University. As inside linebacker, I feel like I'm very intellectual, very intelligent, and I make smart decisions. I'm not the biggest, fastest, or strongest guy, but I play fast. Childhood dream come true. You know, as a kid, you dreamed of playing in Division I football, and being able to get that opportunity, so it's going to be a good feeling.
Brett Cox, quarterback, Lamar University. As a quarterback, I'm a great leader on the field. I like to drop back and just chunk it real far.
My name is Vinny Papali. I play wide receiver and I'll be attending the University of Delaware. I chose Delaware because of their great tradition of football and their passion for the game, and also because of their great academics. As a player, I consider myself tough, never give up. Every play, I'll play it like it's my last, and just always moving at 100 miles an hour. My goals in college is to just go out, play early hopefully, and maybe set some records, and if I get the chance to play at the next level, then I hope that can happen.
Xavier, Vinny, as well as Brett. Two of these three, the two men closest to me, actually have some legacy in terms of seeing their fathers play football back in the day at a fairly high level. Xavier, Colvin, the familiar name. I'm sure a lot of folks, even without knowing, go, Colvin, you mean like Roosevelt? Of course, Roosevelt, his dad, an NFL vet who really, Indianapolis has been home to your family for a long time. How important was for you to get a chance to play for Butler right in your backyard?
Well, I think it was a major factor when it came to me deciding, because staying home, it means a lot to me, you know, to be able to come home on a Sunday evening or still be able to go to my little brother's basketball games or my little sister's dance recitals. You know, family means a lot, so to be able to stay home is very important.
Vinny Papali, that sounds like a familiar name. Dad Vince, of course, synonymous with the movie now Invincible that was made, inspired by him. The work ethic, I know he was actually able during your high school days to be an assistant and be around you. What's the biggest thing he's passed down to you in your philosophy in football that you'll take to Delaware?
I guess basically he was more of like a fundamentals guy. He basically built my base of football and built my love for the game. And especially on my high school team, he was more of just like a positive guy than just negative. He was always bringing guys up instead of bringing them down. So he was good to have on the team and built the team up and helped me and everyone around us get better. So it was awesome.
What's a more inspirational football movie for you, Rudy or Invincible?
I'm gonna have to go with my dad on that one.
Anybody ask you if Mark Wahlberg's your dad?
No, and I don't know why they would, but I mean.
Meanwhile, Brett Cox on the end is going to go to the Southland Conference over there in Beaumont in East Texas. Caleb Berry just wrapped up a fantastic career at quarterback. What's your understanding, talking to Coach Ray Woodard and his staff, of when you might be able to plug in?
If I go improve myself, then I can, I don't know, hopefully I could get in there and make a difference right away, but I think I'm going to redshirt the first year.
You're one of the Texans on this roster, so you did not have to travel too far from home over there in Saxe, but when all these guys come here to Arlington, what do you try to share with them in terms of what they've heard about football in Texas and compared to reality?
I mean, I don't really know. I mean,
how much has high school football consumed you all the past 4 years?
It's been pretty much day and out every day.
What's the one thing you'd really like to improve on this week while with USA football?
Just my leadership skills, making new friends.
Awesome. Well, I have a feeling you've done the latter, certainly, as a lot of new friendships have been forged as they'll keep track with one another throughout their careers. Guys, best of luck. Congratulations. Butler, Delaware, as well as Lamar getting some great additions. We continue our coverage presented by Upper Deck here in Arlington, Texas, as this is National Signing Day inside of AT&T Stadium. And we've got a few more individuals to introduce you to before this day is done.
Mario Andre Osborne Jr., defensive end, University of Louisiana Lafayette. Lead on the field, I feel like I'm very explosive. I make big plays, I'm consistent, and I'm very aggressive. I like to get after the play, I like to chase the ball. It's an American sport, and I'm an American boy, so I mean, it's like natural to love football, and I'm very competitive, so I like to compete.
Hi, I'm David Brazel. I play defensive tackle, and I'm going to Southwest Baptist University. I chose Southwest Baptist because the coaches were great. That was the first thing that stood out to me. I just was really impressed with the school and just the academic part of it as well. As a player, I'd have to say I'm disciplined. I'm real coachable. I'll do whatever the coach tells me to do. Yes sir, no sir kind of guy.
Name's Peter Delator. I play linebacker and I'll be going to Marist College. What helped me decide was the atmosphere and how at home I felt with the coaching staff and the overall academics and football program. As a player, very physical, more of a pass rushing type, drop into zone coverage and get after it.
I'm glad we have Peter, David, and Mario up here. 3 players from 3 different states, all passionate in high school football. We talk about Florida, the state of Alabama, the state of Texas as well, all being represented here wearing those 3 common letters today on their chest, USA. They'll represent USA football in the U19 squad on Saturday. But let's start talking about, Peter, your decision, Marist. How did Marist land on your radar? Of course, up in New York, a little trip from home.
Yeah, definitely is. Marist landed on my radar because a few of the faculty from my school are actually from Marist upbringing, and they went to school there, and I've heard great things about the school, and coaches contacted me, and I felt like it was the place that best fit me athletically and academically, and I want to be successful in business, and that's a great school for me to go to.
Bright future ahead. David, Southwest Baptist in Missouri, Division II in the NCAA. What opportunity, when you suit up on Saturdays there, are you excited for the most?
I'm just excited to play early there. I'm just they gave me an opportunity to say, hey man, we don't have a lot of people at the tight end spot, so you can come get it if you want it. So I'm excited about that and just trying to earn my keep.
It's a pretty loose group up here during those videos, giving each other a hard time, but should be a fun week of practice with you guys out there together, including this guy who already looks ready to coach him up. And Mario's going to University of Louisiana at Lafayette. What was the deciding factor for you?
The deciding factor, they got a great team this year. They've been a great program for the last 4 years, a winning program. It's a young team. They just got a linebacker from Arkansas, Otto Peters, freshman linebacker of the year, SEC, and transferred. They got a great quarterback that played in Alabama in the same region that I played in. Had to play in first game of the season. They beat us. He threw for like 400 yards. So he committed, and it's a young defense, and I think I really contribute a lot, and we could take the program really far.
Mario, you sound like you are ready, whenever your football career is over, to transition to the TV side. Pretty comfortable with that microphone and breaking things down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, at Marist, how much involvement do you have in terms of knowing who else is signing? How much contact have you been in with some of the other guys?
I've actually been in contact with some of the other guys because one of them I actually played him in high school from Miami Killian, Anthony Olivencia, and he's a great kid, and I've had a chance to play in a few all-star games with him, and I feel like me and him are going to bond up there, and we're really going to help raise this team and bring its long-deserved championship.
David, besides seeing Mario smile this week, what's been the highlight for you?
The highlight would probably have to be just like meeting all these cool guys from just different states, because I've lived here in Texas all my life, and just getting to venture out and meet new people and just build new relationships with these guys. And to be honest with you, his last answer was wrong. His number one reason to go into Ooh La La was women, right? It was the women, yes, sir.
Sharp-dressed men. We'll wrap up the segment on that note. Guys, congratulations. Best of luck. We look forward to keeping up with you in your futures.
Thank you. Thank you.
Again, our coverage continues. Close to 50 young men making it official, representing the United States and its national football team, and soon we'll be representing some of your favorite countries. Some of your favorite countries. Your favorite country, singular. Some of your favorite schools, including these young men.
My name is Dragon Carlberg. I play defensive line, and I committed to the University of Oregon. They're definitely a fast-style offense for sure. That affects the defense also. So they're definitely a strong, physical, fast team. As a player, I have a little bit of nastiness in me. I'm the type of person to go through you, not around you. I'm not saying I'm the fastest defensive lineman, but I'm definitely a strong person. Signing with Oregon definitely means a journey coming to an end. Our high school careers are over now, and we finally get to sign that piece of paper and get our new chapter started.
My name is Tyler Petit. I play tight end, and I'm going to USC. I love the coaches. They're all great guys. They all are football-minded guys. A lot of them have played quarterback, so they know the game really well. And just from continuously talking to them all the time about football and just kind of about life, I've really gotten close with them. My playing style is fast. I'm deceptively fast. I think for a big guy, people don't think that I have good speed, but I really do. And then I've got pretty good hands too, so I use that to my advantage. Favorite moments? Definitely being a state champion. We won the state championship last year. And then being an Under Armour All-American, that was pretty cool too. Fight on, Trojan fam.
It's guys like these that make me improve my posture. A couple of 6'5" guys will be standouts as freshmen next year on defense as well as offense, Tyler and Drayton. And Drayton, first of all, Oregon, we know all about the Ducks offense. They make it to the national championship. In fact, they played, maybe about 100 yards that way behind us on the field here at AT&T Stadium. But what can you tell us about your vision for the Ducks defense and what it's going to be like for the next few years?
We got to improve our physicality. That's something that people always critique Oregon's defense on, and I think that me going to Oregon will definitely help that. I'm a big body from the Midwest. We're raised tough where I'm from, and I believe that I can help the Ducks defense out.
Minnesota kid who's going to go over to the Great Northwest. Meanwhile, a young man getting to stay close to home. Tyler, you had offers to travel all the way to the opposite coast. What was the deciding factor for you to stay with USC?
I think just the coaching staff. Everyone talks about how great Coach Sark is and how great the guys that he brought in from UW are, and obviously the education is just unreal, and the degree from USC is incredible. And then, everyone talks about tradition. USC is so tradition-rich. They just have so much going on around there. The Coliseum, so much has been going on in there.
in the past 50 years, like not even just football related. And so I think that was a big factor for me and obviously all the people too.
I imagine the most recent chapter of that tradition was when you were about in middle school, when Matt Leinart and company were winning their most recent national championships. How close does Coach Sark have this team to getting back to that final game of the year?
Very. I think it's going to be something special to watch in the next 4 years. We have a great recruiting class, top 5, and all the guys that are coming in are really good, not just players, but good guys. And I think that's what it takes to win championships. You have to have good character. You have to have a close-knit group of guys, and that's what Coach Sark is bringing in with his first full class. So everyone be on the lookout.
Drayton, I mentioned that this morning when I'm on the elevator at the hotel. A lot of folks on their cell phone. They're either talking to family, talking to high school coaches, or letting their college coaches rest assured that the fax machine is sending that letter. Who all have you spoken to today?
My family's here. I'm thankful for that, so I get to spend some time with them. I was calling all my friends and my teammates that are signing today back at school, letting them know congratulations that they're signing to, which is a big accomplishment. De La Salle, Minneapolis is not a big football school. We're a basketball school, and to have so many kids signing in my class, it was a big deal. So I was calling them all, letting them know that we're a special class, and congratulations.
West Coast is getting that much stronger with these 2 additions. Guys, best of luck this weekend. You 2 will be teammates, and then for the next 3 or 4 years, some solid rivals there between the Ducks and the Trojans.
Thank you. Thank you.
Power 5 trend continues. Big names, big schools on the horizon as we continue our live coverage here on USAFootball.com of the National Signing Day Breakfast here in Arlington, Texas.
I'm Noah Myers. I play offensive line, and I'm committed to Washington State University. I'm excited to work with Coach Leach, the famous Coach Leach, and my offensive line coach, Coach McGuire, and see how they can make me grow as a player and as a student as well. I would describe myself as a dirty, nasty, gritty player. What excites me is the recruiting class we have now. I think we're ranked 24 in the nation, and we're going to make Cougar football the best football.
My name is Thomas Toki, defensive tackle, and I'm committed to Washington State. Coach Joe Salavel is a really good guy. I created a good bond and relationship with him when I committed my junior year. To me, I think one of my greatest strengths is technique and my physicality. I like the game of football. I just like to chase down the running backs, quarterbacks, you name it.
Noah Myers and Thomas Toki now join us. They have a familiar color scheme on their heads as they will be headed to Pullman, Washington. As Noah, we obviously know Mike Leach, a new culture up there at Washington State, competing within the Pac-12. He loves the big offensive linemen. At Texas Tech was synonymous with those huge splits between the linemen. What's going to be the biggest transition for you moving to that level?
Well, I think the biggest transition is speed, because at the collegiate level, everyone's fast. And with Mike Leach's offense, it's passing. I think he said he could pass it 80 times a game if he wanted to. And so I think the biggest improvement I need to make is speed. Definitely, like I mentioned earlier, everyone's fast, and I think I need to become a faster player and fit in with the fast offense that Mike Leach has incorporated at Washington State.
I have a feeling fewer people would have been surprised had it been Mike Leach at the Super Bowl throwing from the 1-yard line. He likes to run by throwing the ball, and he likes to pass by throwing the football, but it's been effective throughout his tenure. Meanwhile, Thomas, I know Pullman was a big sell for you. It's an area where the focus can be on football and getting the job done. What was the biggest selling point for you?
To me, it's in the middle of nowhere. When I say that, I mean like less distractions out there, and I'm able to focus in my goals and what I could do specifically on and off the field.
Washington State, they're of course the Cougars, but with Coach Leach, how many more Pirate references have you heard within the past year than perhaps in your daily life? Have you been to his office?
Oh, yeah, I've seen all the things he has on his shelves, and it's a pretty interesting guy. I think we've all seen the Dos Equis commercial, and I think they need to hire Coach Leach instead, because that man's an interesting guy, and I'm looking forward to working with him.
You two have the support, knowing that one another, y'all are going to have a similar experience moving on to the next level. What's this week been like together?
Oh, it's been great getting to go up against a future teammate, and I'm sure we're going up against each other a lot more in practice.
Yeah, it's been very crazy.
Yeah, as he mentioned, they are going to be colliding at the line of scrimmage in practices starting this upcoming fall. Guys, best of luck. Pac-12 and Washington State just got a whole lot better with these two additions off the United States national team. We are quickly going to move now into our first look at Big 12 countries. Some big names, including another school that's going to double dip into the US U19 squad. Take a look.
My name is Austin Maloney. I'm a receiver, and I'm committed at FIU. As a wide receiver, I'm very physical and quick, and I'll get the ball at the highest point. My greatest high school memory was making All-State, All-Day, and going to the state championship too. My goals are to make an impact quick as possible on and off the field. Go Panthers.
Deion Eakins, offensive guard, FIU. As a player, I like to be a leader on the field, like to get after it, be tenacious, nasty. My greatest attribute is my feet. Great feet. Fast pass block first, run second. Equally good in both. Football to me means a chance to be a leader and a chance to work within a team. Fans can look forward to a leader on the field, leader off the field, and a guard to take you to the promised land.
First, our look into Conference USA. FIU getting a couple of great ones as guys Austin and Deion. You all come into this week pretty certain that y'all are going to be teammates moving forward. How quickly did y'all find one another once you arrived in Arlington?
He's not he's a hard guy to miss, Yeah, we just been working together. We actually seen each other in camps and visits, so.
Deion?
Ever since the commitment, Austin hit me up. And he said we both found out we were coming to Texas, and we found out we wanted a room together, fly together possibly if that was true, if you could do that, but we've been close ever since commitment.
These guys get along great. They start rooming together. You start discovering some bad habits that one another, but I assume you two still enjoy being around one another.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Of course.
You're going to stay close to home. You're from Miami. How important was that to you?
No, it's always great staying home because you're close to family and friends, and they can always come to your games. So it was really important to me.
And Deion, Jacksonville's not far away either.
No, sir. It's not as close as Miami. It's in Austin's backyard, but I'm only 5 hours away. Just a call away from my mom and dad. If I need anything, they'll be there for me.
What has today been like for you two? This is really your first involvement this week in International Bowl week. Your game this year is not until this upcoming Saturday, so you've got some practices going on. Quite a few pizzas to consume from what I've seen back at the team hotel. But today you get the breakfast, you're with family and friends, and you're up there taking the stage. A variety of folks talking to you. Has this been the highlight so far?
Yeah, yes, sir. It's been a great experience all week, and I'm excited to play Canada.
It's definitely been an experience to remember. The coaches told us Monday when we first got here it's going to be an experience, and I couldn't believe it. And then now I got here, and I'm like, wow, it's crazy. It's kind of better from signing back home.
What have you been told to expect from Canada, your rivals from north of the border this weekend?
I heard they're big, but nothing compares to USA football. So I feel like we're gonna get that W.
I heard that they're freshmen in college already, so that'll be an experience to remember. But just like Austin said, it's nothing like USA football. People from Florida, speed from Florida, size from all over. Nothing could be able to compare with this team.
Both guys on the offensive side of the football. That offense just got a whole bunch better for the next few years over there at FIU. Guys, we look forward to following you over there in Florida. But first, representing the red, white, and blue this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When we come back, we'll introduce you to the newest members of the Ball State program, as well as a program nearby in the American Athletic Conference just down the street over at SMU.
I'm Riley Neal,
quarterback, committed to Ball State University. I think of myself as a versatile football player, one that can, hurt a defense in multiple facets. My goal is to have success on the football field and in the classroom. It's a relief, having the next 4 years of your life set in stone what you're going to do. 4 to 5 years, getting an education and playing football at a school of your choice.
Austin Corbett, outside linebacker, committed to SMU. Football is everything. Since I was a little kid, I've grown up around it, and my family has influenced me from all around. I chose SMU because I know I can guarantee a good education, and I feel like I'm an impact player for SMU's defense. I'm a tough guy, hard-nosed, the guy that's first on the play, making the tackles, and I just believe in football.
Austin and Riley now join us here on set as we'll start with Austin. Just down the street, SMU. Are you staying at the team hotel, at least soaking it all in?
Yes, sir. So far, it's been great.
He'll be going to SMU. You've got Chad Morris coming in. Now, he won a state championship back in the day here in Texas with Lake Travis before starting his offensive coordinator roles, successful stints, now a head coaching job. You know he's going to take care of the offensive side of the ball. What are you focused on getting done on the defensive side?
I'm focused on being a leader and just taking control of the team and winning ball games, getting to the bowl.
Riley, at Ball State, you are familiar with that program. Your dad, your uncle both played for Ball State. What were their experiences like, and what have they told you to be ready for when you step on campus this fall?
Yeah, my family has a lot of connections with Ball State between my dad and my uncle, and they had great experiences, so I'm hoping I have the same.
What was the biggest selling point besides the fact that you already were familiar with the school?
The coaching staff. I have a very good relationship with Coach Limbo and Coach Lynch, so that was a good selling point for me.
We have several players who are standing by their commitments to schools in transitions. For some of them, hiring new head coaches like Chad Morris helped solidify that decision. Was that the case for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, it was.
What for you personally this week would you like to improve on the most before you show up at SMU?
At this USA game, I hope to be a better leader and make friends with all these new athletes and transfer that to SMU.
When I think of Ball State, whether it be a good thing or a bad thing, two sports references come to mind. Boom goes the dynamite, as well as David Letterman's plan that you should be on a certain down throwing 2 footballs, maybe 2 quarterbacks out there on the field. You like Letterman's plan?
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Guys, best of luck. Just 1 football will be out there on the field. They'll be playing by American football rules this upcoming weekend against Canada. Guys, best of luck. Congratulations. A huge day today committing to your next 4 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So again, SMU and Ball State getting some big names here from the U19 squad. This is the national team for the United States. We are not done yet. By the end of today, close to 50 young men will have made it official where they are headed to play their college football.
Bobby McMahon, I play linebacker, and I'm signed to Iowa State. I love football, and it's been a part of my life for so long, so just being able to play from whistle to whistle and from sideline to sideline every play is probably how I describe myself. You grow up watching all these kids that go to the pros and that sign in colleges, and you look up to them, and it's surreal because I remember not so long ago I was in that position too. Iowa State, Big 12, they're on the up and coming, don't worry.
I'm Seth Nurse, defensive end, and I'm committed to play football at Iowa State University. I'm a high-energy guy. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep working, play fast, play hard. My goals in college are to graduate and help my team win in every way, shape, and form I can. It's a dream come true to be able to participate in National Signing Day. It's something you've dreamed of as a little kid, and for that day to finally be here, it's an honor.
Johnny Wilson, offensive line, and I'm committed to go to Oklahoma State University. I love the no huddle. It's awesome. Just play after play, getting as many plays as we can. I love the game of football just because you can hit someone and not get in trouble. I'm very aggressive. If my guy's not on his back, then I'm not doing my job.
My name is Alex Schreiner. I play defensive line. I'm going to West Virginia University. I chose West Virginia because the great facilities, the great coaches, and the great atmosphere that it brings. Signing day is a great privilege for me, to be able to sign with West Virginia, you know, a dream that I've had ever since a little kid.
Cyclones getting a couple of talented players from out of state coming to play for the Cyclones at Iowa State. And Seth, we start with you, deciding to go from your home state of North Carolina over to ISU. What was the biggest deciding factor for you?
I'm actually from Iowa.
Okay.
I played my senior year out there in North Carolina. So I have a lot of friends and family around Iowa State. My uncle wrestled there, so just a lot of the close relations and ties I have.
You'll be trying to create some holes in that line so the linebackers can get through. Bobby, he created some openings for you perhaps the next few years. You try to create openings as the first guy to commit with Iowa State this year, and then all of a sudden maybe a co-recruiting coordinator for the Cyclones this year, trying to help secure that class. What was that process like for you?
I kind of took that role as kind of, like you said, a co-recruiter in stride. I mean, I was talking to a bunch of the guys that ISU was really looking at to get in this 2015 class, and we got all the guys that we really wanted and are going to build this program on top of that.
You mentioned it's a family atmosphere. You come from a football family. Your dad, Bob, a head coach in the Arena Football League over there in Los Angeles. I know coaches love coaches' sons. How's it most evident that you are a coach's son?
I mean, me and my dad every day after practice in high school or just after games and stuff, just really getting in the film room and just watching film and just kind of evaluating my play and what I could do better or what I did best and stuff like that. So it's really good to be a coach's son just because you have that extra guidance at home that some players don't actually have.
Seth and Bobby have already figured out who their roommates are going to be their freshman year. And Seth, that is the young man next to you.
Yes, sir.
What kind of adventures do you think are in your near future?
It'll be fun. I'm loud, he's quiet.
Yin and yang, perfect combination, and they will enjoy having them in Big 12 country. A great find here with the U19 squad. Before we let you two go, besides beating Canada, what are your individual goals this week here in Arlington? Seth?
Improve myself as a player against the level of competition that's here and just kind of develop before I get off to college.
Bobby?
Just to really enjoy this whole experience. The players that are here are people you're going to see playing week in and week out in the Big 12 and throughout the entire country. So just really not only learn from the coaches here, just learn from the other players and just take in this whole experience as a whole.
Well, these two are already getting their first taste of Big 12 competition in practice. In fact, we're going to introduce you to two of their future rivals as we head to this video.
I'm Devontae Strickland. I'm a receiver, and I will be attending Baylor University. I chose Baylor because it's receiver year. Man, it's crazy. They spread the ball like no other. Just growing up, that's all I could ever think about was football. Signing my letter of intent makes me feel like a man. My goal is to be the one that always comes in the clutch for the team, that leader. Shout out BU. Sick 'em.
Khalil Houghton, defensive back, and I'm committed to the University of Oklahoma.
Coach Stutz has had 16 great years. I mean, he's had such a great program, and so I'm excited to be able to continue on that tradition and just play for him. I think my greatest strength is not only can I come downhill and help with run support, but I can also cover, slot receivers, play zone, play man. My goals are, to be able to make an impact in the game, be able to change the game, make a name for myself at the position that I play. And
Ryan Newsom, wide receiver, in my hometown, Fort Worth, Texas. My greatest strength is my open field ability, being able to make guys miss in the open field. Playing in the slot is really important in today's offense. You need the slot, for a lot of things, as far as like jet sweeps or motions or just getting open and being that guy on the field. The game of football means everything to me. It's definitely something that God gave to us, and what we do, with it is our gift back to Him.
So a Florida boy going to West Virginia and a Texan who's going to go just north of the Red River up to Stillwater, Oklahoma. We begin first with Alec, West Virginia. That's a team that offered you to stay on the defensive side of the football. Also going to reunite you with high school teammate Tyree Owens, who's over there at a defensive end. Have you kept in touch with him this past year and heard his experiences with the Mountaineers?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in touch with him, getting the feel on all the coaches. He's been real honest with me, and I'm looking forward to working with him again. We had great chemistry in my high school career with him at defensive end, at me at nose guard. So I'm looking to bring that chemistry back at West Virginia. Great tandem side by side. I know other schools were talking to you about the offensive side of the football. How important was you to stay on the defense? I just felt like West Virginia was the best fit for me. Not necessarily defense or offense, but just the best fit, the best coaching staff. Meanwhile, Johnny from Midland is going to go up and play for the Cowboys and Coach Gundy. The Cowboys, an exciting offense, great support up there at Boone Pickens Stadium. What was the biggest deciding factor for you to choose the Orange?
It'd have to be just the town of Stillwater, built around the college, and everyone there. It's bright orange everywhere you see, so I'm going to have a great fan base, and it's going to be fun. In terms of your improvement throughout your high school career, what's the biggest stride you have made to turn you into this Division I product now that you are? I'm going to say my mean streak. Really. Yeah, once you strap a helmet on, it's like no friends. I got my teammates, and then everyone else is just kind of there. Well, I haven't seen it yet, but perhaps some of the folks over at the buffet who are in front of you may have been able to see it. Guys, we look forward to seeing you two continue to grow and start colliding on that line of scrimmage, offense and defense in the Big 12. Again, yet two more schools in the Big 12 conference getting that much stronger with a couple of top players here in the United States. Also, before you represent the Cowboys and the Mountaineers, get to represent your country. Not a bad experience here to wrap up your high school careers. Guys, best of luck. Thank you. Our coverage continues. We'll start to put the punctuation on this, our National Signing Day breakfast, live from Arlington, Texas, here at AT&T Stadium. We continue the theme, Big 12 country here in Arlington, Texas, as we'll continue with our Big 12 players who have signed earlier today. So Devontre on the end. We got Khalil in the middle. Well, we're going to start actually, if we can, on the outside. We've got Devontre, who's been all set to go and stay at home to Baylor. You told me yesterday it feels like home. Well, it is home. You're just outside the Waco area. How much of a factor was that in making this an easy decision for you?
It was a big factor. Considering all your home-based fans get to watch you for another 4 years, it's a great feeling.
He, of course, a wide receiver. He'll be matched up with rivals like Oklahoma and their secondary. Khalil, you are part of a class that actually features quite a few individuals in the secondary, cornerbacks and safeties. What's been the mentality, what's been the understanding of what this recruiting class is supposed to provide the Sooners in the near future?
I think with the guys that we've got, I've talked to a lot of guys like PJ, Prentice, Will, a lot of us guys, we really take pride in, what we're going to do at Oklahoma. We really want to make a new name for ourselves and establish that dominance in that secondary, and just be able to dominate all offenses.
Well, in practice, you're going to go up against some great wide receivers, but not only do you have a new one over in Waco, you thought this guy might slip out to the West Coast, but at the last second, we hear that Ryan Newsom is going to be joining the 40 Acres and Coach Charlie Strong in Austin. It's a recruiting process that, unless you've been through it, it's hard to understand, but you are weighing pros and cons in your future. In the end, what tipped things back in favor of Austin, Texas?
Just the family environment. I think it was one of those things where I made an emotional decision a couple weeks ago, and I was very unsure of a lot of things. But I think God put a lot of things in place for me at Texas, along with my family there. I don't have to go far to the West Coast for them to come see me play. I could do it, and bring Texas back right here at home.
You're going to join an offense that already has an Alito Bearcat on that side of the football, Jonathan Gray with one more year, and some receivers that they graduate this season. What's your understanding of how and when you can plug in?
They want me to plug in right away. Of course, playing with Jonathan I think is a plus. I grew up with him. But yeah, going to Texas is a great opportunity. But they told me, first and foremost that I was going to come in and contribute right away, and they want me to play. So that's what I'll come in and do.
You and Khalil for the next 4 years are going to be battling for the right to put a gold hat on your head.
Yeah.
Which one of you, Khalil's going to wear that hat first?
It's me. I am. Definitely me. We've got it. We're going to keep it.
Yeah.
And Devontre, of course, you can smile because Texas and Oklahoma, they can fight over that Red River rivalry, but Baylor has proved itself year in, year out as one of the top teams these days in the conference. Growing up in their backyard, what's the reason for the biggest turnaround over there with Coach Art Briles?
I don't know. He's a great coach. He knows what he's talking about. He's always on the players. He's going to stay the same no matter what. So, the players just have to get used to that, and that's what they're doing, and they're listening to him. And, it's a great deal.
This is a great threesome to finish up with here, this triumvirate. Guys, best of luck this week as you cap off our Big 12 signees as well as our signees for the day. It's going to be a bright future throughout the country. Great getting a chance to catch up with each of you here on our presentation brought to you by Upper Deck. We're going to take one final break before we say so long from Arlington, Texas. Guys, you're going to get to suit up and play against Canada, representing the USA before you represent Baylor, Oklahoma, and Texas. We look forward to keeping track of y'all's careers.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Enjoyed this opportunity here at AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys and home of the International Bowl festivities this past week, as USA and Canada will complete their matchups with the U19 United States national team against Canada this upcoming Saturday. Hope you'll have a chance to tune in on ESPN3. Fans, I'm Lincoln Rose. We had a chance to introduce you to the majority of this national team. A few folks who are locals here in Dallas opted to sign at their high schools. We certainly wish them the best of luck, as many of them will be joining some Power 5 conferences and have some fantastic futures ahead of them. I want to take this opportunity to thank our friends at Strive Network for producing this. They, based out of Princeton, New Jersey, have been such a valuable resource for USA football and providing you the live coverage the past couple years of the International Bowl as well as this National Signing Day breakfast. And a big thank you to, again, everybody at USA Football who has helped bring this event together. It is a year-round process finding the talent to represent the red, white, and blue. They are excited about the 50 young men who will suit up this Saturday against Canada to defend that honor after winning the International Bowl U19 matchup a year ago. So one final time from Arlington, Texas. It is official. These young men have inked their names on paper, and they have learned how to operate the fax machine for the one day in their life that they will need it. Until Saturday, we'll say farewell from Arlington, Texas. Look forward to having you tune in this upcoming weekend to the U19 matchup, USA versus Canada, here in Arlington, Texas.